Everyone says they want to change the world.
But not everyone will.
We are not everyone.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
The Guard helps you get an education. The South Dakota Army National Guard offers all its service members in-state tuition assistance towards your college or technical school education. For your service, you will receive 50% off tuition at all South Dakota Board of Regents colleges. If you attend a technical school in the state, you will receive 83.5% off tuition. For more information, visit their Facebook and Instagram pages or check out their website, nationalguard.com/SD.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Good evening, baseball fans, and welcome to Groton, South Dakota and Lockhurst Field. We are bringing you 2021 Class B American Legion Baseball action. This is Pat Kraus bringing it to you on live ticket. We've got one game in the books so far today and another on the way. We've played 12 games total in this tournament. Our next game, we're going to see Vermillion post number 1 taking on Tabor. Before we get to that, though, we're going to quickly recap action earlier today. In a game completed probably about, 25, 30 minutes ago, Redfield defeated Madison 9-3. Redfield led from start to finish. They scored 2 runs in the top of the first inning and really never looked back. They took advantage of 6 errors by Madison, but also recorded 10 hits. And Redfield just does a lot of little things really well. They run the bases well. They don't make a lot of errors. And Owen Osborne went the distance for the 100-pitch complete game victory. That moves Redfield into tomorrow. Tomorrow's 1 o'clock game. Who they play will be determined here at the completion of this game between Vermillion and Tabor. Tabor's going to be your home team as they are undefeated. We'll quickly run through the path that each team has taken to get here. Vermillion, post number 1, they were defeated by Redfield 5-4 in an outstanding game back on Friday. Redfield walked him off in the bottom of the 7th inning, and then they moved in to the losers bracket where they defeated Big Stone City 14-0 to move on and to continue on the loser side. They then defeated Lake Norden Badger to get to where they are today when in this matchup against Tabor. If Vermillion wins, both teams will advance. Right now, Tabor is already locked up a spot into tomorrow as they are undefeated. And even if they lose today, it's only one loss. They're still alive in the tournament. If Vermillion loses, that will eliminate them from the tournament. And then we will have our first championship game tomorrow at 1 o'clock. We'll see how that all plays out. Tabor making their run here. Tabor dominated Big Stone City 12-0 in the first game of the tournament. They then moved into the winners bracket where they defeated Redfield 5-3. That moved them into the matchup of undefeateds last night against Madison. And Tabor all over Madison last night, defeating them 14-0. And that got them to here. Again, offensively, Tabor is head and shoulders above everybody else. Just looking at their batting stats, I'm not nothing specific, but just as a team, they're batting .453. They're slugging .627. So very impressive as a team. Starting lineups being announced here for Vermillion. Post number 1, they'll be the visitors on the scoreboard. Connor Saunders is going to lead off playing third. Drew Thielen batting second, playing center field. Jack Kratz at short, batting third. Batting fourth will be Dylan Thielen. He's in right. Jacob Shosty is at first base, batting fifth. Batting sixth, TJ Tracy doing the catching. Charlie Ward in left field is batting seventh. Batting eighth, Jake Jensen is doing the pitching. Willis Robertson is at second base, batting ninth. Coaches for Vermillion are Jeff Kratz, Nate Robertson, Riley Johnson, and head coach Tom Heisinger. For the home team on the scoreboard, Tabor, leading off playing shortstop, will be Riley Rochattle. Nolan Sarda in center's batting second. Batting third will be Nolan Dvorak. He's doing the catching. Caleb Kubal is at first base. He's batting fourth. Batting fifth is Trent Herbolt. Herbolt's playing third base. Batting sixth is Dawson Beats. He's at second base. Carter Eaker is the designated hitter in tonight's ball game. He's batting seventh. Batting eighth, Caden Kozak is in left field. Nate Shashinsky getting the start in right field is batting ninth. And doing the pitching for Tabor Post 183 will be Dustin Hanamichael. Coaches listed in the program are Ross Corton and Gary Corton. We've got ourselves, this is going to be an outstanding ball game. These two teams, from watching them throughout the tournament, they do a lot of things really, really well. You know, Tabor fields well. They hit the ball well. Vermillion, they put pressure on their teams by running the bases very, very aggressively. You know, when in particular, I believe it's Drew Thielen. Drew Thielen gets on first base, and it's almost he's going to steal second, and he's going to attempt to steal third. So we're going to keep it here as teams finish their lineups, and State Athletic Commissioner Dan Sudbeck is going to come out in the middle of the infield and give some pregame pep talk to the teams, and then he's going to recite the Legion Code of Sportsmanship. We'll keep it right here as Dan Sudbeck recites the Legion Code of Sportsmanship to the teams.
These two teams met during the regular season on July 5th. Vermillion defeated Tabor.
All right, we're ready for baseball. Vermillion is going to bat here in the top of the first. They're going to have Saunders, Thielen, and Kratz coming up. Tabor getting huddled up here in front of their dugout. When they take the field, we'll set the defense for you. Umpires in this second ball game tonight on the bases at third base will be Roger Metzinger. At first base, assigned to be Ace Boucher. And calling balls and strikes will be Doug Rusink. Tabor taking the field now, set the defense for Tabor in the outfield, left to right. It'll be Kozak, Sarda, and Shashinsky. Around the infield, it'll be Herbolt at third, Rochattle at short, Beats at second and Kubal at first. And your battery for Tabor in this second game of the day behind the plate will be Nolan Dvorak. And on the mound, it will be number 21, Dustin Hanamichael. Hanamichael on the mound for Tabor as he takes his warm-up pitches. Got ourselves an absolutely picturesque, beautiful day here in Groton at Lockhart Field. The field looks outstanding. Our grounds crew here in Groton has done an amazing job in keeping this field in top prime playing form. It's been a busy last few weeks here in Groton. A couple weeks ago, about 2.5 weeks ago, this field hosted a VFW Junior Teener region tournament. Then they turned around, and last week, Groton Post 39 also hosted the Region 6B Legion tournament. And now, with a short turnaround, they were able to get things ready to go for this tournament. So we are in Game 13, day number 4 of the Legion State Tournament, as Dvorak throws down to second, and we're ready to start baseball here. And the energetic Vermillion crowd is back. We talked about this yesterday. They brought a nice crowd. They're loud, they're energetic, and their team definitely feeds off it. And we'll get to that here in just a second as Connor Saunders leads off for post number 1, wearing number 5, Hanamichael's first pitch. And that misses. 6:33 first pitch, 82 degrees. The 1-0 from Hanamichael to Saunders. That hits the corner for strike 1, evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 the count. Number 21, Dustin Hanamichael on the mound for Tabor. The 1-1. Swung on, popped up. Dvorak's going to give it a look, and it's going to get out of play as he jumps up on the backstop, the retaining wall. Saunders coming into this game for the tournament. He's batting 182. Just a couple of hits is all. Hanamichael looking in at Dvorak for the sign. The 1 2 strike pitch. That misses high. 2-2 the count now to Connor Saunders, looking to work himself on, get things started for Vermillion here. The 2-2 on the way. That just misses off the plate, and the count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter, Connor Saunders, trying to work himself on. Yesterday, Vermillion played Lake Norton Badger, and Lake Norton jumped out 4-0, but then Vermillion and Hanamichael get Saunders swinging for out number 1. We talk about the crowd that Vermillion brings, and yesterday Lake Norton Badger jumped out 4-0, and their crowd, Vermillion's crowd, wasn't quite here yet. Once they got here, their energy just kind of spilled over into the dugout, and they were able to come back and score 8 unanswered. Drew Thielen, first pitch swinging. That's going to be a fly ball left center. It's carrying. Kozak calls for it, and he's going to put it away for out number 2. Thielen hit that ball a long way, and it just carried, but Caden Kozak out there plays a nice left field. He drifts over, and he puts it away for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down. Jack Kratz stepping into the plate now for Vermillion. Kratz playing shortstop. First pitch swinging. Going to be a ground ball to Beats. Beats up with it on to first. And a quick 3 up, 3 down for Tabor here in the top of the first inning. He throws 8 pitches. Vermillion, they score none, they leave none. After half inning, no score for Tabor post 183. We're going to see Rochadel, Sarda, and Dvorak, and we'll have the bottom of the first inning back here at Lockhart after these messages.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
Going into the bottom of the first inning here, Riley Rochetle is going to come up and lead it off for Tabor. Batting .333 for the tournament. Single, double, and a triple. Those are his 3 hits. Rochetle threw a great game yesterday against Lake Norden Badger to earn the victory on the mound. First pitch to Rochetle is in there for a strike. Defense for Vermillion. Left to right in the outfield, it's Ward, Thielen, and Thielen. Drew's in center, Dillon's in right. Around the infield, it's Saunders, Kratz, Robertson, and Shosey. And the 0-1 misses even the count, 1-1. And the starting battery for Vermillion, behind the plate, it'll be T.J. Tracy. And on the mound, it's Jake Jensen. Jake Jensen getting the start, big lefty. Jam shot, and that's going to scoop by Saunders. Backhands. Throw to first is not in time. Nice play there by Saunders. Saunders makes a nice play over here, and even a non-target throw, but Shosey from the left side has that extra step and also runs pretty well, and he able to beat it out to be aboard with a leadoff infield single. Nolan Sarda is going to come up to the plate now. Sarda wearing number 7. Batting .400 for the tournament so far. First pitch to Sarda swung on, and that's going to be fouled. Coach Gary Cortan makes the play over here. 0-1 the count. Again, as I mentioned, Tabor offensively dominating this tournament as a team, batting .453 coming into this game as Rochetle takes his lead. They check over. He's back safely. Again, Jensen being the lefty has a little bit of an advantage. Runner's got to be careful over there as looks like he's got himself an okay move, nothing fancy. The 0-1 misses wide. 1-1 the count, nobody out here. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Can't call this game. I guess this is an elimination game for Vermillion because if they lose, they're done. But if they win and Tabor loses, they will advance into tomorrow's action. Redfield already on to tomorrow's championship day, laying in wait to see who they will play. The 2-1 runner goes, line foul.
That was kind of on the line. Physics would have told me if it would have been an inch a little bit.
If I'd have had my glove, I might have had that one as that would come rocketing up here. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Nolan Sarda as he out in front of that one. The 2-2 to Sarda, and that brushes him back a little bit. Good curveball there by Jensen. 3-2 the count now to Nolan Sarda. Sarda pitched against Redfield on Saturday and was the victorious pitcher. The 3-2 runner goes, and a line drive into left field. That's going to be down. That's going to get past the left fielder. That's going to roll past him. Rochetle's going to score, and Sarda is going to check in with an RBI double. Rochetle off with the pitch. Kind of an in-between play there for Charlie Ward. Last minute he was going to dive, but last minute kind of realized he wasn't going to get it, tried to hold up, and the ball bounces over his glove and gets by him. And Sarda checks in, and Tabor on the board early here in the bottom of the first inning. That's going to bring up Nolan Dvorak. Dvorak wearing number 11 for Tabor. First pitch curveball in there for a strike. Dvorak batting .556 for the tournament. The 0-1 to Dvorak. That misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jensen looking in at Tracy, gets the sign he likes, the 1-1. Swung on and lined up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. That's going to score Sarda easily. And Dvorak, he's going to be aboard with another hit. And Tabor jumping out here, continuing the offensive production on an RBI single by Nolan Dvorak. Dvorak collecting his 6th hit of the tournament and his 7th RBI. Caleb Kubal is going to be the next hitter for Tabor as they still have no outs. Dvorak takes his lead from first. Jensen set, checks. First pitch to Kubal. They got Dvorak picked off, and he's out at first. And Dvorak's single erased on a pickoff by Jake Jensen. Again, with that lefty on the mound, runners have to be careful. They can't get caught leaning towards second, as we saw right there. Caleb Kubal out his first pitch. Curveball wraps around the outside for ball 1. Again, you kind of can tell what the pitch is based on the Vermillion crowd. If it's a strike, they let you know. If it's a ball, they let you know. And the 1-0 from Jensen, that's in there, swung on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Tabor, 3 hits already in the inning, 2 runs. Kubal only the 4th hitter. The 1-1 misses inside. Jake Jensen looking in at his catcher, TJ Tracy, and the 2-1 on the way. That clips the outside corner for a strike. 2 balls and 2 strike. That curveball just clipped the outside corner at the knees. And count even now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2, that's in the dirt. Runs the count. 3-2 now. Jensen, 17 pitches so far here in the first inning. The 3-2. Curveball, and that gets the outside corner, and Kubal down looking for out number 2. Big out there for Jensen. As Jensen hoping here to be able to get Herbold and only limit the damage to 2 runs. Herbold coming into this game, he's batting .429. First pitch to Herbold, misses inside. Lefty-lefty matchup here with Jensen and Herbold. Herbold wearing number 5. The 1-0 swung on and missed as Jensen throws one on the corner and Herbold swings through it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tabor gets 3 hits, so the first 3 hitters, scores 2 so far. 1-1, that's popped up down the left field line. Long run for Saunders and Ward, and nobody will get to it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jensen gives up 3 hits to the first 3 hitters and then retires the next. Well, gets Dvorak leaning to retire him, and then gets Kubal looking, now looking to get out of the inning here. The 1-2 misses high. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuces already here in the bottom of the first inning. The 2-2 curveball swung on and missed, and Herbold will be down swinging, and Jensen gets out of it. But Tabor gets 2. They leave none. After 1 complete, it's 2-0 Tabor. Coming up for Vermillion in the bottom of the second, it'll be Dylan Thielen, Jacob Shosey, and TJ Tracy, and we'll have the top of the second inning when we return here to Lockhart Field in state tournament action after these messages.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
The Guard.
And we're back, getting set here for the top of the second inning. Dylan Thielen stepping to the plate for Vermillion. Dustin Hanemichael on for his second inning of work. Dylan Thielen stepping to the plate, batting .273 for the tournament. Batting from the left side, playing right field for Vermillion post one. Hanemichael looking in at Dvorak, gets the sign, and the first pitch to Thielen. That misses for ball one. 1-0 count. 2-0 Tabor as they got two across in their bottom half of the first inning to take an early lead. The 1-0 swung on, and that's going to be flipped over here by the press box. Right off the top of the press box. We haven't had a ball come close to us in this tournament so far, and already in this game we've had two, one off the roof and one that lined right in front of us. Count even 1-1 to Dylan Thielen, the right fielder for post one. The 1-1 pitch in the dirt gets him hopping out of the way. 2 balls and 1 strike. Tabor continuing their offensive onslaught as they've collected 3 hits in the bottom of the first and scored 2 runs. The 2-1, that one misses as Thielen holds back. 3-1 now the count. Yep. The 3-1 swung on. That's going to be popped up and get out of play. Full count. Tabor has won 2 of their 3 games by shortened 10-run rule games. They defeated Big Stone City on day 1, 12-0, and then they defeated Madison last night in an impressive 14-0 victory in a battle of undefeateds. I think they had 14 runs on like 14 or 15 hits, and as I said in the pregame, batting .453 coming in. Well, 3 more hits already. That's going to add to that average. The 3-2 to Thielen. That misses, and Dylan Thielen is going to be aboard with a leadoff walk, and Thielen will be the first base runner for Vermillion. And this is where Vermillion thrives a little bit. They've got some guys that can run the bases. Both Drew and Dylan Thielen both run the bases well. And that puts pressures on team, and we'll see if they start trying to move him. Even though they're down 2, that's kind of their game. Jacob Shosey stepping into the box wearing number 6. He's at first base today for Vermillion. First pitch misses inside, ball 1. Hanemichael's throwing a good game here. He's not missing by much, but with no outs, Dylan Thielen getting his lead. The 1-0. That's going to be lined up the middle. Rochadel on to second by himself, on to first for an easy double play. Riley Rochadel comes across, fields it, takes Thielen, takes it at second by himself to retire Thielen, and on to first to complete the double play. Pitcher's best friend there as you give up a leadoff walk, and then you've got a nice play there by Riley Rochadel. That's about as easy as it could be. Taylor made out there as he fielded it, came across, stepped on second, nice easy throw. And with 2 outs, TJ Tracy steps in. First pitch misses for ball 1. Again, as a pitcher, give up a leadoff walk and then have that happen for you. That gives you a little bit of a boost. The 1-0 to Tracy. That's in there for a strike. Evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. 2 outs here. We're in the top of the second inning. Tabor leading 2-0 so far. The 1-1 swung on, and that's going to be lifted foul down the right field line, and that's going to get out of play. Good hustle there by Nate Shashinsky. Tracy batting .400 in the tournament, 4 for 10. looking to add to that. The 1-2. Swung on again, lifted foul. We are down to our final 3 teams of the tournament. Redfield defeated Madison to eliminate them from the tournament, move into tomorrow's action. Result of this game will determine if we have 2 teams left or 3 teams left after today. The 1-2, curveball, just got a piece. Good piece there by Tracy to stay alive. Hannah Michael comes in with a little wrinkle there, a little curveball. Tracy committed his lower half, but held the hands back and flips it foul into the screen to stay alive in the at-bat. Hannah Michael looks in at Dvorak. He gets the sign. And from the wind, the 1-2. Swung on and missed, and Hannah Michael gets him swinging to end the inning. He faces the minimum again in the second. Vermillion scores none. They leave none. After 1.5, 2-0 Tabor. Bottom of the second coming up. It'll be Beets, Eaker, and Kozak, and we'll have the bottom of the second inning for you when we come back to Lock Cars Field after these messages.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
And we're back, getting set here for the bottom of the second inning. Tabor coming up in the home half. Dawson Beets is going to lead it off for Tabor post 183 as Tracy throws it down to finish up the warm-up. 2-0 your score here early on in the game as Tabor got 2 in the bottom of the first on 3 hits. Jake Jensen beginning his second inning of work, big tall lefty. Dawson Beets coming up to the plate, wearing number 10. He's playing second base. Beets having himself a pretty nice tournament. He's batting .625 for the tournament. 1-0 the count here to Beets. First pitch misses. The 1-0 swung on, and that's going to be fouled off the shin. And Beets is going to walk that one off. Doug Rusink's going to come out, take a look, make sure he's okay, give him a little extra time if he needs it. 1-1 the count. Nobody out here as Beets leading off here. Bottom of the second inning for Tabor post 183 as they lead 2-0. The 1-1 from Jensen, that misses high and away. 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1 swung on, that's line through the hole. Nice play by Jack Kratz. Oh, but he can't handle it. Going to be a single there for Beets. Defensively, you're not going to find a much better shortstop than what we've, or shortstops, I should say, than what we have tonight with Jack Kratz and Riley Rochadel. Kratz there went to his right, laid out, dove, but on the exchange kind of dropped it. Going to be a tough play anyway as Beets gets down the line pretty well. But that's going to bring Carter Eaker to the plate, number 9. He's the designated hitter tonight. We'll see here if Tabor tries to lay one down here and move Beets into scoring position. First pitch misses for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Again, Jensen being a lefty, that's going to kind of cut down the running game for Tabor as Jensen checks. Dvorak already been picked off in the first inning. The 1-0, that misses. Count goes 2-0. 2 balls, no strike. Not much of a breeze to speak of here on this absolutely beautiful, beautiful Monday night here in Groton. Couldn't ask for a much better night. We're getting down to the end of our tournament. We're in Game 13, Championship Tuesday tomorrow. The 2-0 runner goes, and Eaker swings and fouls it out of play. Had a little hit and run on there as Tabor trying to put some pressure on Vermillion, kind of doing a little bit of their own game. Gary Corton goes through a series of signs over here at third base. Beats takes his lead from first. Jensen set at the belt. The 2-1. Eaker's going to lay the bunt down this time. He gets it down. That's a good one. He's going to be retired at first, but Beats will advance on the sacrifice. 1-3 on the putout if you're scoring at home for the first out. Beats is going to advance into scoring position on the play. Caden Kozak comes in now. Kozak playing left field. He's batting .250 on the tournament. Couple of hits. First pitch to Kozak. That's in there for a strike on the corner. And Jensen jumps ahead here. No balls and 1 strike. Dawson Beats gets his lead. Willis Robertson keeping him close out there. The 0-1, that misses as Jensen lets that curveball float a little bit. Jensen is kind of in too much of a rhythm there with runners on as he's coming set, and you can almost time him up when he's going to come home as he checks. Ground ball over here to Saunders. Saunders checks, goes across, and a nice play there by Connor Saunders to retire Caden Kozak. That was textbook by the third baseman over here. He took the high hop, looked right to Beats that second, and made a strong throw across the diamond to retire Kozak for out number 2. Nate Shashinsky now. Shashinsky in here playing right field for Tabor. Shashinsky yet to record a hit in today's tournament. First pitch curveball in there for a strike. A name that we're not seeing tonight is Preston Nedved. Nedved was a starter in the lineup, but it sounds like he had to report to football practice as he, being in college, we think he plays at Dakota Wesleyan. So he had to report for fall camp already, so unable to be here tonight. The 1-1 swung on, and that's grounded to the right side. Willis Robertson, he fumbles with it. Shashinsky hustling, he's going to be safe, and Beats bluffs to go home. Ball wasn't really hit that hard, and that's a play that Willis Robertson makes 9 out of 10 times, unable to handle it there, and Shashinsky hustling down the line. He's safe, and now that Tabor trying to take advantage here with Riley Rochadle. Rochadle singled and scored in the first. The base hit here will get one more across for Tabor as they lead 2-0. Jensen looks in at Tracy. He gets a sign. First pitch to Rochadle. Stays high. I think that kind of fooled him a little bit as he ducked and backed out of there and on that curveball. He smiles in at the dugout as I think he was fooled there a little bit by Jensen's curveball. Throw over to Shashinsky back in safely. 1-0 the count. Post 183. Tabor leading 2-0 over Vermillion here. We're in the bottom of the second inning. The 1-0. That's in there for a strike. Evens the count 1-1. If Tabor wins, they'll play Redfield tomorrow in the first championship game. If Vermillion wins, it'll be Vermillion playing Redfield to see who plays Tabor. The 1-1. That's across for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, Rochadle having himself a pretty good tournament coming in. Batting .333, I believe. The 1-2. Curveball again. He pops it up on the infield. Jensen calls for it, and he'll put it away. And Rochadle retired on the pop out to the pitcher for out number 3. Tabor leaves 2. They score none. We're going to go to the top of the third inning. It'll be Ward, Jensen, and Robertson, and we'll have the top of the third inning for you back here at Lockhart Field after these messages.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
And we're getting set here, top of the third inning coming up. And Charlie Ward going to lead off for Vermillion, post one here, top of the third inning. So far, the minimum face for Dustin Hanemichael. Charlie Ward digging in, wearing number 7, playing left field. First pitch from Hanemichael. That's swung on and lifted into center. Sarda going back on it. He's going to be over. It's going to be over his head. And Ward, he's going to check in with a leadoff double. I think we're going to see Tabor's outfielders back up a little bit now, as they were all playing fairly shallow. Ball not hit terribly hard, but it drifts over the head of Nolan Sarda in center, and Charlie Ward's gotten things started here for Vermillion, post one. Jake Jensen now stepping in, doing the pitching, looking to help himself here, as Charlie Ward's gotten himself into scoring position on the leadoff double. Dustin Hanemichael looking in at Nolan Dvorak. First pitch to Jensen. That misses outside. Again, as far as crowds go, Vermillion has brought quite a following over there next to their dugout. You can see on the screen. They're loud and they're energetic, and their team feeds off of it, so we'll see if they can help get them back in the game. The 1-0 swung on and missed as Jensen swings through it. Jake Jensen coming into this game in the tournament. He's batting .375, couple of hits, 3 hits. All 3 are singles. Jensen digging back in. Checks the runner, Ward at second. The 1-0, and that hit him. And it's going to be a dead ball. Charlie Ward was on his way to third, however, he's going to have to go back on the dead ball. So now two runners on with nobody out. Willis Robertson up to the plate. Not going to be surprised here if we see a bunt with top of the order coming up after him. Kind of an ideal situation for Vermillion. The hope you have is the bottom of the lineup gets on, lets the top knock him around. Hanemichael gets the sign. Robertson squares. He pulls it back and he takes a strike. Seen that happen a few times this year where batters have squared around a bunt and then pulling it back, and then it's still a strike. So kind of got to be a little bit frustrating for coaches as you tell kids to bunt strikes and then they take a strike. Pickoff at second, and Rothschild has to dive to keep it in the infield. And that's going to bring Gary Corton out of the dugout. He's not happy with what's happening in his infield right now. Well, we've got a break here, a little break in the action. Earlier in our game prior to this, Redfield defeated Madison 9-2. That eliminates Madison from the tournament and moves Redfield into tomorrow's action. Who they will play will be determined by this game. Now, as I mentioned earlier, Tabor already into tomorrow's action as they are the undefeated team at this point in the tournament. What's going to happen, though, is if Tabor wins, that will eliminate Vermillion, and Redfield and Tabor will battle it out for the Class B crown. If Vermillion wins, Vermillion will play Redfield at 1 o'clock, and the winner of that will play Tabor in one final championship game to determine the Class B title. Conference over on the mound. 0-1 the count to Willis Robertson as Hanemichael set. The 0-1, Robertson squares. He gets it down this time. Good one. They're going to get Robertson out on the 3-4 put out as Caleb Kubal comes from his first base position to retire Robertson on the sacrifice. That moves the runners up to second and third. Jensen at second and Ward at third. Connor Saunders at the plate. Saunders 0 for 1, struck out in the first inning. Base hit will get 1, possibly 2, as Hanamichael wheels and delivers. Looked like I stopped there by Dvorak to keep Ward at third. Outfield playing about straight away. Infield at regular depth, not ready to play in yet. My guess is willing to concede the run or see how hard the ball's hit on the infield. The 1-0 swung on and missed. Saunders swings through it. Got a nice swing there, but he's kind of pulling his head and coming off it a little bit. Maybe trying to do a little too much with runners on second and third. Drew Thielen stands on deck. Hanamichael looking in at his catcher, Dvorak. And the 1-1 on the way. Swung on, that's grounded up the middle. That's going to score a run. Beats on to first and in time to retire Saunders. Charlie Ward scores on the ground out. So Tabor electing to stay back and concede the run and take the out. They get the out, but a run scores, and Vermillion cuts the deficit in half now. They now trail 2-1. Jensen at third, hoping to tie the game here as Drew Thielen steps up. Thielen 0 for 1, fly out to left in his first at bat. First pitch to Thielen, that misses inside off the inside corner. Want to know the count here. Dustin Hanamichael in his third inning of work for Tabor. The 1-0, that misses 2-0. And Drew Thielen now ahead in the count. You know, Thielen only hitting .222 for the tournament, but has hit the ball hard when he does put it in play. The 2-0 swung on, popped up, and that's going to be out of play. Count 2-1 now. Vermillion trying to get Jensen in from third to tie the ball game. Hanamichael looking in at the sign from Dvorak, and the 2-1 on the way. Misses, throw down to third, and they almost get Jensen. Almost had Jensen creeping too far off, and Trent Herbold thought he had him, but umpire Roger Metzinger right on the call. Good position to see that Jensen back in safely. 3-1 the count here to Drew Thielen. The 3-1 swung out, popped up. Dvorak's going to have a play. He's under it, and he will put it away to end the inning. Thielen falls out to Dvorak for the third out. But Vermillion gets one. They leave one after 2.5. New score here at Lockhart. 2-1 Tabor. It'll be Sarda, Dvorak, and Kubal for Tabor when we come back for the bottom of the third inning. And we'll have that for you here on Live Ticket when we return after these messages.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
And we're back to Lockhart's Field here, getting ready for the bottom of the third inning. Tabor coming up here. Nolan Sarda going to lead things off. Tabor leading 2-1. over Vermillion post one early on. Tabor able to get 2 in the bottom of the first. Vermillion coming back now in the third with 1 to cut the lead in half. Jake Jensen beginning his third inning of work. First pitch to Nolan Sarda. Swung on and driven to left field. That's going to get over Ward's head all the way to the fence. Sarda coming around second. He's going to try for third as the ball comes in. Kratz's relay is in time. And Saunders applies the tag. And we're going to have an 8-6-5 on the putout. He'll be credited with a double, but he'll be thrown out trying to stretch it. And Gary Corton asking home plate umpire Doug Rusink. I'm wondering if they're asking if that was the right umpire on the call, but nonetheless, Sarda retired on an outstanding relay from the outfield back to third base. Dvorak first pitch takes for a strike. A little bit of momentum now from Vermillion as Tabor cut down on their leadoff hitter, trying to stretch it to a triple. The 0-1. Swung on, lifted into right. Dylan Thielen's got it measured. He'll put it away for out number two, excuse me. Caleb Kubal coming up. Kubal, strikeout victim, his first at bat. Went down looking for his first hit of the ball game. Jensen looking in, gets a sign from Tracy. First pitch, swung on and lifted into center. Drew Thielen's under it. Jake Jensen faces 3 batters. Tabor scores none, they leave none. After 3 complete, score remains 2-1 for Vermillion post 1. We're going to see Kratz, Dylan Thielen, and Jacob Shosey when we come back to Lock Cars Field here on Live Ticket. We'll have that for you after these messages.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
And we're back, ready to start top of the 4th inning here in Groton. I'm Pat Krause on Live Ticket, bringing you this state tournament action. Tabor already in for tomorrow. Vermillion playing for their tournament lives, as if they win, they advance. If they lose, their tournament's over. Jack Kratz going to lead things off here for Vermillion post 1, top of the 4th inning, as they're riding a little bit of momentum here. They scored 1 in the 3rd and then had a big play there to cut down Sarda, Jack Kratz first pitch swing. It's well hit into right field. That's back, and it is gone! And Jack Kratz ties it up with 1 swing. Touch 'em all, Jack Kratz, as he sends one deep to right center, and that will tie the ball game 2-2 here in the 4th inning. First pitch of the inning, and that is deposited over the right center field fence. We knew coming in this was going to be a good game, and so far it's living up to the billing. Kratz sat on that one and put a nice swing on that. And Dylan Thielen, first pitch swing, and fouls it off. Again, we've been pretty safe up here. The 0-1, swung on and popped up, foul. Dylan Thielen now quickly down 0-2. Jack Kratz coming into that at bat only had one hit. So his second hit of the tournament is a big one to tie the game here for Vermillion. The 0-2 here to Dylan Thielen. The 0-2 swung on and lifted. Left center. Kozak's got it measured. He's got it put away for out number 1. So Hanemichael, after giving up the home run to Kratz, he comes back and he gets Dylan Thielen to fly out. Shosey stepping up now. Shosey 0 for 1, grounded into a double play in his first at bat. And Hanemichael delivers. That's in there for a strike 1. He jumps ahead, no balls and 1 strike. The 0-1 swung on and flipped into the net. 0-2 here is Hanemichael as he's battled back here, coming back tough after giving up the home run from the line. The 0-2 swung on, and that's going to be popped up. Kubal gives it a look, but it does get out of play. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the 4th inning. Vermillion's got 1 here so far to tie the game. 2-2. Nobody on. The 0-2 to Shosey. Swung on. That's lined into center. Sarda comes in and he makes a head-high catch to retire Shosey. Well hit ball. In this tournament, there's a reason why these teams are here. A lot of them, they play really, really good defense, and we've seen it here in these last 4 teams as Nolan Sarda is a solid center fielder out there, and he came in hard on that hard hit ball and was able to gauge it and catch it about head high. TJ Tracy now in the box for Vermillion, post number 1, doing the catching tonight again as he's caught every game. He takes high for ball 1. Give credit here to Hanemichael as he threw that first pitch home run to Kratz, and now it's come back and retired the next 2 hitters in a row. The 1-0 curveball that wraps around inside, so count goes 2-0 to TJ Tracy. TJ Tracy for Vermillion. We're number 11. The 2-0. That's in there for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Hanemichael trying to get out of this inning, which is only surrendering the 1 run. The 2-1. Swung on, flip foul. That's going to land over in one of the Little League fields. Count even now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2-2 score. Lots of deuces out there. Hanemichael gets the sign here now in the 2-2 to Tracy. Swung on line. That's going to be into left for a base hit. Tracy aboard with a 2-out single to keep the inning going for Vermillion. Charlie Ward going to step to the plate. Swung on, popped up. Dawson beats out from his second spot. Shashinsky coming in. He calls him off. Shashinsky came in, called off, beats late to make the catch. Vermillion gets 1. It's a big one from Jack Kratz to tie the game. They leave 1. New score here, 2-2. Tie ball game going to the bottom of the 4th. It'll be Herbold, Beats, and Eaker. And we'll have the bottom of the 4th inning back here at Lock Karst after these messages.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
Welcome back to Class B American Legion State baseball action on Live Ticket. I'm Pat Krause bringing you the action from Groton and Lockhart Field. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. We've got ourselves a good one. 2-2 the score. As Tabor jumped out early, scored a couple in the bottom of the first, and then Vermillion scored one in each of the third and fourth. The run scored in the fourth was on a Jack Kratz solo home run. Trent Herbold steps in, takes the first curveball for a strike. And Jensen's starting to settle in, gave up 3 hits and 2 runs in that first inning, and so far put zeros on the board since then. The 0-1 swung on, grounded to third. Saunders up with it. On to first in time to retire Herbold. 5-3 if you're scoring at home for the first out. Dawson Beats walking to the plate now. He's 1 for 1 today. Again, Beats having himself a tournament. As coming into the tournament, Beats batting .625, 1 for 1 so far today. First pitch is in there for a strike. I think Jensen's getting in a groove here. He's throwing a first pitch curveball to a lot of the batters in the last inning or two. The 0-1. That misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 the count to the Tabor second baseman, number 10, Dawson Beats. The 1-1 on the way. Swung on, that's grounded, just foul. Wide to third. 1-2 now. 1-2 the count to Dawson Beats. Again, Jake Jensen, 3 hits and 2 runs in the first, and since then only 2 hits and zeros on the board. So he kind of settling in, getting into a rhythm here. The 1-2, and Beats swings through a curveball, and he's down swinging for out number 2. Eaker coming up. No official at bat so far in this game as he laid down a sacrifice bunt in the first inning. Second inning, excuse me. Wearing number 9, Eaker, the designated hitter for Tabor in tonight's ball game. First pitch from Jensen, curveball again. I believe that's 3 in a row. I think Tabor's going to have to start sitting on that a little bit, but being able to get that pitch across for a strike sets up a lot of things for Jake Jensen. The 0-1, that one misses. That's one of those things where I think he's got a higher strike percentage with his curveball than he does with his fastball, so maybe something Tabor's going to have to figure out, that we got to hit the curveball as it's going to be a strike and adjust to the fastball. The 1-1, there's that curveball again, and misses low and away. Eaker digs back in. The 2-1, that misses inside. 3-1. Kozak stands on deck for Tabor.
Now, given the relative age of the first 3 gentlemen that I mentioned, I call it the Methuselah test.
The 3-1 on the way. There's that curveball again. I tell you what, that's confidence in your curveball if you're going to throw that on a 3-1. It's either confidence in your curveball or lack of confidence in your fastball. Take your pick. The 3-2. There's that curveball again, grounded to Saunders. Saunders up with it, on to first, and in time to retire the side. Tabor goes 3 up, 3 down. They score none, they leave none. After 4 complete, we're all tied, 2-2. Top of the fifth inning, it'll be Jake Jensen, Willis Robertson, and Connor Saunders. And we'll have the top of the fifth inning for you when we come back to Lockhurst Field after these messages.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
Jake Jensen leading off the top of the fifth inning for Vermillion. He swings through the first pitch for strike one. No balls and one strike. Dustin Hanemichael beginning his fifth inning of work for Tabor, post 183. The 0-1 to Jensen. That swung on and missed for strike two. And Hanemichael quickly ahead here. No balls and two strikes. Oh, and 2 the count to the Vermillion starting pitcher. The 0-2 swung on and missed, and Hanemichael gets him swinging, and Jensen down swinging for out number one. To that point, Jensen did not have an official at bat as he was beaned. Now he's 0 for 1. Willis Robertson comes to the plate now. Robertson, he also does not have an official at bat as he laid down a sacrifice bunt back in the third inning. Robertson wearing number 2, playing second base for Vermillion, post 1. First pitch misses outside, sends Dvorak after it on the outside corner. 1-0 the count from from Hanemichael to Robertson. Hanemichael gets the sign from Dvorak. The 1-0, that's at the knees for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. We're all tied here. Tabor scoring 2 in the first, and then Vermillion answering back with 1 in the third and 1 in the fourth. The 1-1, that's line, just foul. Robertson got himself kind of that inside-out swing where his hands are coming forward, but that bat head trails through, but hangs in the zone a long time. Still able to get a good piece of the bat on the ball and drive it the other way. But it's a strike. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes from Hanemichael. The 1-2, and that's going to be flip foul. As Robertson hangs in there, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hanemichael at 57 pitches through 4 1/3. Pretty good game so far for him. The 1-2 on the way. I think they wanted that one up a little bit as Dvorak was standing, kind of almost standing up, and Hanemichael throws it down. 2-2 the count here to Willis Robertson. Post 1, second baseman, the 2-2. Curveball, that's going to hit him on the elbow, and Robertson will be aboard with 1 out. We talked about this yesterday where Robertson, he stands really, really close to that plate, and if a pitcher hangs a curveball and it's coming inside, he's not getting out of the way. He understands the importance of base runners, and he gets himself on for Connor Saunders. Saunders 0 for 2 so far, ground out and a strikeout. First pitch to Saunders is at the knees for a strike as Hanemichael jumps ahead. One thing that Hanemichael has been able to do is he gives up a base runner, and he comes right back confident with the strike. He gave up that home run to Kratz and then came back and retired 3 out of the next 4 hitters. The 0-1, that's off the plate. Evens the count, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. We're in the top of the 5th inning, tie ball game. If Vermillion wins, both teams will advance to tomorrow. Tabor already in for tomorrow. But if Tabor wins, the Vermillion's tournament is over. Robertson takes off. He's going to be in easily as he had an outstanding jump. Pitch a strike. But Robertson had Hannah Michael timed up there as he was kind of getting into a rhythm there where it was take the sign, set, 1, 2, and go. And Robertson had that counted off. He actually took off before Hannah Michael even threw the pitch, before he even lifted his leg, and was in there easily, standing up. The 1-2 to Saunders, just off the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Robertson, the go-ahead run at second. Does run pretty well, so a base hit to the outfield could score him. Hannah Michael looking in at Dvorak. Getting the sign. Now he gets it and checks. The 2-2 swung on and flipped foul. Saunders stays alive in the at-bat. Rochadle out there at short, kind of dancing around, trying to maybe sneak in behind Robertson. See if he and Hannah Michael have maybe a little daylight play on. See if they can't get him getting too far off as he creeps right up to the bag. The 2-2, and we've got time in the box. Hannah Michael taking too much time for Saunders. Two the count, 1 out, top of the 5th inning. Will Robertson at second, gets his lead. Couple more steps off. The 2-2 to Saunders, swung on and popped up. Dvorak's going to have a play, and he puts it away. Pops out to Dvorak for the second out. So with 2 outs, Drew Thielen comes to the plate. Drew Thielen 0 for 2, fly out to left, and a pop out to the catcher to end the 3rd inning. Saunders trying to strand Robertson at second base. The first pitch to Thielen. That misses outside and high. 1-0 the count. Robertson on second by way of being hit by a pitch and a stolen base. Hoping to get a chance to score here. The 1-0, that's at the letters for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. You know, Thielen's average doesn't show it, but he's hit the ball hard a few times here in this tournament. He gets on base, though. He's exciting. He likes to run. The 1-1, swung on and driven to right field. Shashinsky going back. He's going to have it measured and put it away. And that will retire Thielen as he flies out to right for the 3rd out. Vermillion threatens. They get one, or they get 1 to second. Leave him, so they leave 1, get none. And after 4.5, it's still 2-2. We'll have the bottom of the 5th, and Kozak, Shashinsky, and Rochadle. And we'll have that for you here at Lock Cars here on Live Ticket after these messages.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
We're back for the bottom of the 6th inning. Caden Kozak, first pitch swing. He grounds out to Jack Kratz. 6-3 for the first out. That's how we'll start the bottom of the 5th inning for Tabor. Now batting will be Nate Shashinsky. Shashinsky playing right field. Again, Jake Jensen gave up 2 in the first and got zeros on the board from then on. First pitch to Shashinsky misses inside. Gave up 2 runs on 3 hits in that first inning, and so far he's been able to hold Tabor scoreless since. Shashinsky off the handle, and Saunders will track it down. On 3 pitches, Jensen's got 2 outs. Nice play there by Saunders as he cut across the infield and made a nice play. One thing about the left side of this Vermillion defense is Kratz likes to play deep so he can get those plays deep in the hole. But he can afford to do that because Saunders covers quite a bit of ground over here at third base. He's almost got shortstop-like range. First pitch to Rochadel misses. The 1-0 to Rochadel. That hits the corner for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. I tell you what, if Jensen can start getting that fastball across for a strike more often, he's already got his curveball established. If he can get both pitches across, he's going to be really tough to hit here late in the game as that curveball misses. Even when he misses with that curveball, it's not by much. Jensen looks in at Tracy from 2-1. Swung on and grounded right back to Jensen on to first. And that's going to end the inning as Rochadel retired 1-3 on the putout for the 3rd out. Tabor leaves no one on. They score none after 5 complete. It's still tied 2-2. We'll have Kratz, Dylan Thielen, and Shosse for Vermillion when we come back to Lockhart Field after these messages.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
And we're back to Lockhart Field, State B, American Legion baseball action. Jack Kratz going to lead off here for Vermillion. Kratz homered in his last at-bat in the 4th. First pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. That home run tied the ball game. That's where we sit 2-2. Tabor got 2 in the bottom of the 1st, and Vermillion got 1 in the 3rd and 1 in the 4th. The 0-1 is swung on and missed. Kratz went chasing. No balls, 2 strikes. That home run by Kratz in the 4th was only his 2nd hit of the ball game, but a big one to tie the game here. The 0-2 from Hanamichael swung on. That's hit hard down the left field line. That's going to get down for a base hit. Kozak after it. But Kratz, he's going to check in at second with a leadoff double. As I said, Kratz coming into the game, only 1 hit in the tournament, and so far in this ball game, he's got a home run and a double, so starting to try to come back and make up for it. Dylan Thielen now is going to step in for Vermillion. Thielen walked and flied out in his first 2 at-bats or plate appearances. Officially 0 for 1. Kratz leads from second. Pitch to Thielen misses. You know, I wouldn't be surprised here if Kratz tries to take third here, as no one really holding him. And Hanamichael again, he just looks 1-2 and home. And Kratz able to get himself a good lead out there. 2-0 the count to Dylan Thielen. Dylan Thielen 0 for 1, walk and a fly out. He was also forced out in a double play. Thielen swings at the 2-0 and fouls it out of play. Hanemichael up to 74 pitches. The next one will be 75, which by rights is not a bad number through 5 innings. Now he gets the sign he likes from Dvorak as Rochadle playing games out there. A check swing foul, 2-2. That'll even it, 2 balls, 2 strike as Dylan Thielen committed, couldn't hold it back, made contact, and fouled it off in front of the Tabor dugout. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out here. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Jack Kratz led the inning off for Vermillion with a double down the left field line. The 2-2 swung on and grounded. That's going to get through, and Jack Kratz is going to come around third. He's going to score on the error by Kubel. Caleb Kubel commits the error, and that's going to allow Jack Kratz to score from second. And Dylan Thielen is aboard at first. Jacob Shosey going to step to the plate. Shosey grounded into a double play and flied out. First pitch. Shosey trying to sacrifice Thielen to second. He fouls it off. Again, I think Dvorak's going to come out and talk to Hanemichael as some of these runners are getting pretty big leads, and Hanemichael doesn't appear to hold runners all that well. Redfield already in tomorrow as they defeated Madison earlier today. Winner of this game will play Redfield. Depending on who wins will determine, is it the championship game or is it going to be a game to get into the championship game. Hanemichael checks over. Long pause. The 0-1 bunt comes again. Popped up. Dvorak's going to have it. And Shosey cannot get the bunt down. Shosey trying to lay the bunt down. He pops it up. Dvorak hops up, makes the catch to retire for the one out, for the first out. TJ Tracy steps to the box, wearing number 11, doing the catching as Dylan Thielen takes his lead from first. First pitch to Tracy misses high. Next pitch for Dustin Hanemichael will be his 80th pitch here through 5 1/3. Vermillion has one across here in the 6th inning so far. They've got him picked off, and they don't. Dylan Thielen just put his head down and took off, and Caleb Kubal kind of lollipopped it to Rochadle, and Thielen slides in safely, and he'll get a stolen base on that, and that puts him into scoring position as Vermillion looking here to stretch the lead. We talked about that in our little pregame that Vermillion likes to run. That time he was clearly picked off, but Tabor unable to execute the rundown, and he's safe at second. Pitch to Tracy is a strike, so no balls and 1 strike. The 0-1 swung on and missed.
New score here in the top of the 6th. Vermillion 3, Tabor 2.
No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. Vermillion's already scored 1 to take the lead, 3-2. The 0-2, and that hits Tracy, and he's going to be on. And now we've got runners on first and second. Charlie Ward coming to the plate. Ward 1 for 2. He got a double and a run scored. Now looking here, Hanemichael looking to maybe get a ground ball, maybe a double play, but at least get an out here. And Gary Corton out of the dugout. He's pointing to the dugout. There might be a change coming here. As we mentioned, Redfield defeated Madison earlier in action here at Lock Karst. That eliminates Madison from the tournament as they were defeated by Tabor last night, and puts them into tomorrow's action. Now the situation goes like this: if Tabor's already in, Tabor made it in by way of being the undefeated team after yesterday, so they're already in for tomorrow's action. If Tabor would win, they would play Redfield in what would be considered the championship game. However, if Vermillion wins, Vermillion would play Redfield in the game at 1 o'clock, and the winner of that game would play Tabor in the ultimate championship game. Looks like we've got some changes here coming in. Looks like Dawson Beats is going to come in from second to do the pitching, and Carter Eaker is going to come into the game, and he's going to play second base. That's going to be our changes here. While Beats takes his warm-up pitches, we're going to take a quick little break here. We'll be back with the rest of the top of the 6th inning when we come back to Lock Karst after these messages.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
And we're back as Dawson Beats finishing up his warm-up pitches. Change is pretty simple here for Tabor. Carter Eaker comes into the game. He was the designated hitter. He will take defensive position at second. Beats goes to pitcher. And Dustin Hanemichael, he comes out of the game entirely. Runners on first and second, one out. And Charlie Ward at the plate for Vermillion. Beats looks in. He gets the sign from Dvorak. His first pitch of the game. That's going to get by Dvorak. And the runners will all move up one. That puts Dylan Thielen on third and TJ Tracy at second. One out. Runners in scoring position here. Base hit will get one, possibly two. A lot of times people think catchers don't have a lot of speed, but TJ Tracy does run well for being a catcher. The 1-0, that's a curveball that misses. That skips in front of Dvorak. This time he keeps it in front of him to keep the runners at second and third. Looks like Tabor's going to bring their infield in here, try to cut the run down on a ground ball. Ward looking to maybe get a ball to the outfield, get a run in. The 2-0, that one goes about 52.5 feet as Dvorak able to get a glove on it and keep it in front. 3-0 the count now to Charlie Ward. The 3-0, and that misses, and Ward's going to be on a 4-pitch walk. And that brings Corton out of the dugout again. Looks like we're going to have another change. Beats came in, he threw 4 pitches, all 4 balls, and that loads the bases with one out. We're going to take a break here as they decide what their changes are going to be, so we'll be back here at Lock Karst Field after these brief messages.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
And we're back, still in the top of the 6th inning, as the third pitcher for Tabor in the inning is going to finishing up his warm-up pitches, and that will be Trent Herbold. Herbold moves over from his third base position. Dawson Beats came in relief of Hanamichael, and he only threw 4 pitches and walked Charlie Ward, and then they pulled him. Now brought in Herbold. Changes are as follows. Herbold from third to pitcher. Dawson Beats from pitcher to second. Carter Eaker from second to third. And batting order will stay the same, but those are just some defensive changes. And as Herbold finishes up his warm-up pitches, Vermillion's scored 1 so far here in the 6th, but threatening here with bases loaded, 1 out. 3-2 the score to Vermillion. For 3-2 the lead for Vermillion. Jake Jensen in the box for Vermillion. Jensen, the starting pitcher for post 1. First pitch from Herbold in the dirt. Ball 1. Tough spot here for Herbold to be in as he came in. Bases loaded now with 1 out, hoping maybe get a ground ball back to him or to the corners and cut the run down or get a double play up the middle. The 1-0 at the knees for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Swung out, popped up, shallow. Kozak coming in hard. Going to be a bluff throw, and Kozak just going to run it all the way into the infield. And a big out there as Jensen flies out for the second out. So Herbold comes in and gets Jensen to fly out for the second out, and that's going to bring up Willis Robertson. No official at bat for Willis Robertson, as he had a sacrifice bunt in the first, for his first plate appearance, and then was hit by a pitch in his second plate appearance. Robertson, the number 9 hitter, first pitch is in there for a strike at the knees. And Herbold ahead here, no balls and 1 strike. Herbold trying to pitch out of this jam for Tabor. Vermillion already scored 1 in this inning, hoping to leave it just at that. The 0-1, that one misses off the plate, 1-1. Vermillion hoping to get at least another one here. They took the lead here earlier. The 1-1. Swung on a flip foul, out of play. Over the heads of the Vermillion fans. Again, that energetic crowd. I really seriously do believe that does help Vermillion, as their energy is contagious and their team plays off of it, and it definitely helps. The 1-2 misses outside, evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Willis Robertson, the second baseman, for post 1. Vermillion scored 1 so far here, top of the 6th inning. They lead 3-2. The 2-2 swung on and missed, and Herbold gets out of the jam. Big strikeout there by Trent Herbold. Herbold comes in a big spot, bases loaded and 1 out, and gets the next 2 guys out. Vermillion gets 1. They leave 3. New score, Vermillion leads 3-2 for Tabor in the bottom of 6th. It'll be Sarda, Dvorak, and Kubal, and we'll have that for you here at Lock Karst when we come back after these messages.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
And we're back here, bottom of the 6th inning coming up. State tournament action. Vermillion post 1 leading 3-2 over Tabor post 183. If Vermillion hangs on, they will play Redfield tomorrow at 1 o'clock to decide who plays Tabor in the championship later in the evening tomorrow. If Tabor comes back and wins, Vermillion is eliminated, and Tabor will play Redfield. Nolan Sarda going to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning for Tabor. First pitch in there for a strike. And Jake Jensen, I tell you what, he figured it out after that rough first inning. A lot of zeros on the board after that inning. And the 0-1, that's in there for strike 2. Again, that curveball has been his most effective pitch, as it looks like it's a good one. It's a good change of pace, good change of speed, and he's got control for it. 0-2 to Nolan Sarda. The 0-2 swung on and fouled, and Sarda caught a piece of it. Stays alive in the at-bat. No balls and 2 strikes. Good. That curveball, if they let it travel and come into their hands, they'll be all right with it, but they're trying to hit it out front. The 0-2 swung on and hit hard into right field. And Dylan Thielen with a nice catch out in right field. As that ball was sinking and he catches it, does a little tumble and hangs on. And Sarda retired on a very loud out. Outstanding defensive play by Dylan Thielen in right field for the first out. And Nolan Dvorak's going to come up. Dvorak 1 for 2. There's that curveball again. I said if these right-handed hitters can sit on that pitch, they can hit it. It's just a big, nice little looper. But they're unable to figure it out. The 0-1. And count even at 1 as Dvorak checks his swing, doesn't chase the one up above his hands. The 1-1 on the corner for strike 2. Jake Jensen only surrendering 2 hits since that first inning and no runs. The 1-2, there's that curveball grounded to third. Saunders up with it, long throw, and in time to retire Dvorak. 5-3, outstanding play again. Again, defense gonna be what saves this game for Vermillion. I tell you what, Connor Saunders is as good a fielding third baseman as I've seen in an extremely long time. That play there had some top spin. He stayed back, caught it, and made the throw from about 6 feet behind third base. That's a long throw. And Dvorak, he can run a little bit. First pitch to Kubal, he misses inside. Caleb Kubal digs in here. Kubal 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout. The 1-0 misses, count now 2-0. Again, I think Jensen's fastball's got a little more jump to it too as he's settled in here in the later innings. The 2-0 swung on line to the right side. Robertson up with it on to first in time, and Tabor goes 3 up, 3 down in the 6th. Tabor scores none. They leave none. After 6 complete, it's 3-2. Vermillion going to come up in the top of the 7th. It'll be top of the order. It'll be Saunders, Thielen, and Kratz. We'll have the top of the 7th inning when we come back to Lock Cars Field after these messages.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
And we are back at Lock Cars Field here on Live Ticket. I'm Pat Kraus bringing you Class B American Legion baseball action. We're going to the top of the 7th inning here. Vermillion leading 3-2. Opportunity to add to the lead. Tabor jumped out early, scoring 2 in the bottom of the 1st, but then now have been held scoreless since, as Jake Jensen has been dialed in the last 5 innings. And Vermillion been able just to scratch 1 across in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, and 1 in the 6th. And that's how they got their 3 runs. Trent Herbold is in relief here. He's the 3rd pitcher for Tabor so far. Dustin Hanemichael started the game. Didn't pitch too bad, only gave up the 3 runs. And then Dawson Beats came in through 4 pitches, and he got pulled. Herbold's pitch to Saunders is in there for a strike, as Connor Saunders is going to lead things off here for Vermillion in the top of the 7th inning. Herbold looking in, gets the sign. The 0-1, swung on and grounded to short. Going to be a tough play. And Saunders is going to be aboard with an infield single. You know, I've been saying this, I've been talking with people this whole weekend. The infield is not long, but it's thick, it's slow, and these middle infielders continue to stay back and play back. And with a runner like Saunders, he can get down the line, and he's able to get there safely to get things started for Vermillion. Drew Thielen coming up now. We'll see if he's asked to lay a bunt down to get Saunders moved over. He does square. He gets it down. Eaker up with it onto first, in the dirt, and that's going to get by Saunders. He's going to come to 3rd, and he will stay here as Drew Thielen does not advance on the errant throw. Error by Carter Eaker puts runners on the corners for Tabor. Again, Thielen handles the bat quite well, and he kind of half slapped it down, and actually Eaker, it was hit hard enough that I think he had enough time, just kind of rushed his throw a little bit, and Caleb Kubal unable to handle it, so nobody out, runners on the corners, and Jack Kratz up to the plate here. Kratz 2 hits in the ball game, a home run in the 4th that tied the game, and then a double. Thielen goes, no throw. Pitch called a strike, and now Vermillion has runners at 2nd and 3rd, nobody out. Again, Jack Kratz up swinging a hot bat right now. Said he homered in the 4th to tie the game and doubled in his next at-bat. Tabor bringing the infield in here. The 0-1 misses inside, and that gets Kratz to jump back a little bit. First base open. Riley Rochedo really far in on the grass. Now I think they told him take a step back. The 1-1 swung on and grounded to 2nd. There's going to be a play at the plate. Saunders going to get in a run down here as Dvorak running back to 3rd. On to Eaker. Eaker now running at him. Going to come to Herbold. They're just going to run him straight back, and they finally get Saunders. Saunders out in the rundown. Kratz ends up on second on the fielder's choice. And Drew Thielen will be on third. On the play, it was a 4-2-5-1-6, I believe. 4-2-5-1-6 if you're scoring at home. For the first out. And Dylan Thielen steps in now. Runners on second and third and one out. First pitch swinging. That's going to get off the ankle. That hurts. And Doug Rusing's going to walk the ball out to the pitcher, give Dylan Thielen an opportunity to walk it off. Earlier action, we saw Redfield lead from start to finish over Madison and defeat them 9-3 to advance into tomorrow's action. Redfield scored 2 in the first inning and never looked back as they ended up tacking on 7 more. At one point, it was 9-0. Madison scoring 3 in the bottom of the 7th, but not enough, and they are eliminated. The 0-1 to Dylan, and that's on the inside corner. And Herbold now quickly ahead here. No balls and 2 strikes. Looking to pitch around this jam. Kratz leading from second. Drew Thielen from first. The 0-2. And he's down on strikes. Big strikeout there for Herbold for the second out. And now with 2 outs, the infield's going to go back to regular depth. Brings up Jacob Chaussee. Chaussee 0 for 3. And they're going to put Chaussee on. They're going to intentionally walk Chaussee to get to T.J. Tracy. Tracy, who was hit by a pitch in his last at-bat. First base was open, so Tabor electing to put Chaussee on base to create a force play on all bases to simplify things. Hopefully now Herbold can get Tracy to hit a ground ball to one of the infielders, and they can take the short play, get out of the inning with no damage done. As Tracy digs in here. First pitch from Herbold to Tracy is in there for a strike, and Trent Herbold coming in, doing his job. He's throwing strikes. Came in a tough spot in the last inning, bases loaded, and only 1 out and got out of the inning. Now looking to get himself out of his own jam. Runner's coming home, and he's going to be out at the plate. Drew Thielen trying to steal home on the play, and he's going to be tagged out on the play for the third out. Trying to make something happen. Second time we've seen that in this tournament. Winter Cologne tried it earlier and was unsuccessful, and Vermillion also unsuccessful. So 3-2 now going into the bottom of the 7th inning. We're going to have Herbold, Beets, and Eaker for Tabor. We'll have the bottom of the 7th inning when we come back after these messages.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
And we are back at Lockhart Field going to the bottom of the 7th inning. Tabor looking to find a way here as they trail by 1, 3-2. Interesting play there at the end of the 7th inning for Vermillion as Drew Thielen attempted to steal home, and he was tagged out to end the inning. Jake Jensen in his 7th inning of work. Trent Herbold leads off, first pitch swinging, and Jensen's kind of had his number today as struck him out in the first and got him to ground out in the fourth. Again, Jensen dialed in here. The 0-1 curveball, and that's going to get Herbolt in the shoulder, and Herbolt's going to be aboard. He's going to get things started. How the scoring has gone so far, Tabor got things started in the bottom of the first inning. They scored 2, but since then, Jake Jensen has been almost in cruise control here as he's only given up 2 other hits and no runs. Meanwhile, Vermillion has scored 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth, and 1 in the sixth, and that's where how we've come to our 3-2 score. Dawson Beats at the plate now. Beats 1 for 2. As he squares to bunt, they're going to throw over and check on Herbolt over there. As sometimes when the bunt play is on, sometimes the runners just get a little antsy and want to get as good a jump as they can. And Jensen throws over to make sure that Herbolt stays honest. Beats pulls back. He doesn't square around this time. Again, Beats swinging a good bat, batting right around 600 for the tournament so far. 1 for 2 in today's ball game. Singled in his first at-bat, struck out in his previous at-bat. The 1-0 from Jensen. That one's inside. 2-0. 2-0 now. Now we got a hitter's count here. We'll see what head coach Gary Corton has on here, if anything. If he's going to let Beats swing away or have him put one down to get Herbolt into scoring position. The 2-0. That's inside. 3-0. 3-0. And Corton gives the thumbs down. That's kind of that's Tabor's sign to take here. And the 3-0. That's down the middle for a strike. 3-1 the count. Herbolt led the inning off by being hit by a pitch. He's at first. Beats squares. Pulls it back and takes strike 2. Now the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 the count. Now we'll see here. Jensen's pretty confident with that curveball. We'll see if he comes with the 3-2. We've been safe this entire tournament until this game. We've had 3 or 4 games. 3 or 4 balls hit us pretty close up here. That one, if I'd have had my glove, I might have had it. Beats takes that one in the elbow on the curveball, and he's going to be aboard. Now Carter Eaker comes to the plate, and I can't imagine anything else happening here with Carter Eaker up. I don't foresee him even getting a chance to swing. I'm guessing Gary Corton is saying, hey, you got to get it down. We got good hitters coming up. Eaker does not square. He swings. And it's infield fly called, and it'll be put away by Robertson. Runners on first and second. 1 out now. Caden Kozak at the plate. Kozak 0 for 2. 0 for 2 with 2 ground outs. Tying run is on second base and Trent Herbolt. First pitch swinging is Kozak. He fouls it out of play. No balls and 1 strike. Again, Jake Jensen having some trouble early, now coming back. Retired Eaker, and now gets ahead in the count. Kozak swings through the fastball. No balls and 2 strikes. Runners on first and second. Trent Herbolt, he represents the tying run. The 0-2, that misses. Dawson Beats on first. He represents the winning run as we are in the bottom of the 7th inning. Tabor being the home team. Should they score 1, we'll be tied. If they score 2, they win the game. The 1-2 curveball stays high. That's close. That was a close one to take there, but Kozak confident. He takes it, leaves it up there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, Jensen, that curveball has been his best pitch all night. The 2-2 swung on, and that's lifted into short right. Nobody there. That's going to get down. And Herbold hustling around third. The ball comes in. He's going to score the tying run. And Dawson Beats advances to third on the play. Dylan Thielen was playing way over and almost right center. And Kozak able to fight that one off almost. Drops it into short right. Dawson Beats advances to third, and the winning run now 90 feet away. That brings out Coach Kratz to talk to his pitcher. One out now, and now a fly ball. A fly ball, if it's deep enough, that will score the run, as Dawson Beats on third does run fairly well.
Tabor is at third with only 1 out. So the meeting is over. On the mound, a little huddle with Tabor coach Gary Corton, and now that being broke up.
Gary Corton taking all the time he gets before Doug Rusing says it's time to go. Now the Kozak, the runner at first, he really means nothing here. So if he takes second, no big deal. But Shashinsky looking to be the hero here. 0 for 2 so far. Reached on an error and flew out. A fly ball to the outfield should win the game. First pitch to Shashinsky is a fly ball. That's going to be down, and that's going to win the game for Tabor as they walk off Vermillion. They score 2 in the bottom of the 7th. Nate Shashinsky, the hero, with an RBI single, and that will end Vermillion's hopes of a Class B title. We knew coming into this game it was going to be a good one, and it lived up to the billing. We're going to come back after this break with post-game wrap and totals, and we'll do that right back here in Groton at Lockhart Field after these messages.
I hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
The Guard helps you get an education. The South Dakota Army National Guard offers all its service members in-state tuition assistance towards your college or technical school education. For your service, you will receive 50% off tuition at all South Dakota Board of Regents colleges. If you attend a technical school in the state, you will receive 83.5% off tuition. For more information, visit their Facebook and Instagram pages or check out their website, nationalguard.com/SD.
And we're back. Outstanding baseball played in that ball game. When we knew the matchups for today, we knew that this game, we all kind of circled it and we're happy that excited that it was going to be the late game, as it was going to be an outstanding, dramatic game. As coming into the tournament, these two teams had played each other before, Vermillion beating Tabor the last 2 times they faced each other. To kind of recap the action here, Nate Shashinsky coming through to win the game here as he knocked in Dawson Beats for the game-winning run. Looking at the lineup here is if you're going to have state championship type teams, you can't just rely on your top 3 or 4 players to come through for you. You need your whole lineup, and Tabor had that here in the bottom of the 7th inning as Caden Kozak, who is the number 8 hitter, he drives in the game-tying run, and then Nate Shashinsky, the number 9 hitter. Shashinsky, coming into this game, only had 2 at-bats. 2 at-bats coming into this game, and he has the game-winning RBI single, and definitely that game lived up to the billing. Totals are as follows for Vermillion: 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error committed. And for the home team, Tabor, 4 runs, 7 hits, and 2 errors. Take nothing away from Vermillion. They had an outstanding tournament coming back after being defeated by Redfield. That's 2 heartbreaking losses for Vermillion. They were walked off by Redfield in the first round, and then their tournament ends in the same fashion where they're walked off by Tabor. But they did make a run. We knew they were a good team. They proved it. Their fans came, brought the energy, just not enough here tonight. Jake Jensen for Vermillion, he threw himself an outstanding game. 91 pitches in the defeat, but he pitched well enough into that game. He had a rocky first inning, but able to battle back and put zeros on the board. Just kind of fell apart there a little bit in the 7th inning. So that sets the stage for Championship Tuesday tomorrow, as Redfield, winning earlier today, they will now take on Tabor at 1 o'clock. If Tabor should be victorious in that game, they will be crowned Class B champions. If Redfield should defeat Tabor, we will have a second championship game 30 minutes after. I know there's some schedules floating around out there that say that game is at 7 p.m. It is not. It will be 30 minutes immediately following the first game. It'll be doubleheader style. So as Tabor does their team huddle, they're coming back in. We'll be back out here tomorrow. 1 o'clock start to the game. About 12:45, we'll do a little pregame. As I've been doing here every day, this is day number 4. Tomorrow, day number 5. It's been an outstanding tournament, seeing a lot of great baseball. A few people to thank. First and foremost, the Groton Baseball Softball Foundation for providing me with this opportunity to call all these games. It's been an absolute blast. To the grounds crew who have been keeping this field in tip-top shape this entire tournament. All the sponsors, all the fans that have come out, all the fans that have tuned in on Live Ticket. This is why we do it. It's a great service that we have, and we thank Live Ticket for providing it. And, of course, I want to thank my man Axel Warrington being carrying out the production side of things for me up here. He's keeping things rolling, keeping me on track, and making this as smooth and easy a process as possible. Tomorrow, as I said, Championship Tuesday at 1 o'clock. It'll be Tabor taking on Vermillion, or taking on Redfield, in a rematch of a game earlier in the tournament where we had a good one. Tabor defeated Redfield 5-3. Redfield looking for a little redemption. Tabor looking to knock them off for the second time. If Tabor should win that 1 o'clock game, they will be crowned Class B champions. If Vermillion were to come away with the victory, we'll have championship game number 2 immediately after that at 30 minutes. We'll have that coverage for you here on Live Ticket. It's been a great day of baseball here at Lockhart Field. One more day tomorrow. We'll have it for you live in its entirety. Here from Lockhart Field, I'm Pat Krause on Live Ticket. Thank you all, and have a wonderful evening.